Hey everybody, this is Trey again from Florida Modular Homes. We're here in Fernandina Beach getting ready to lift up the front half of this modular home. So we've got the cables in, the spreader bars, we've got it. Mr. Crane Operator here, we are lifting this thing up off of the frame right now. So we got the back half in, I showed you. This is the Persanti modular home residence here in Fernandina Beach. So now, see, lift that thing right up off of the frames. Front half. So now it's up. We'll get these frames out of here. So now we're going to lift this up and swing it around to get it up on the front part of this foundation. Before we do that, I think up here they're going to take and move these frames out of here. But this is fascinating again, folks. Florida Modular Homes. We are the premier modular home dealer in Florida. Nobody does what we do. You can go to the St. Augustine store or the Middleburg store and walk into 8 to 12 modular homes, not mobile homes, modular homes. Anywhere else you want to go see a modular home, you might have to go to a mobile home place and they might have one, and then they're going to try to talk you out of a modular home because they don't want to do this. They don't know how to do this. They're not into this. So look at this. This is what we do. It's a lot of work involved in this. This is a house. This is not a trailer. This is built to the Florida building code. This home right here is built to 150 mile-an-hour winds. So here we are, getting it up off of the carrier, swinging it around in the air. This is why you have professionals. This crane, you see here we're using Crane and Rigging of Jacksonville. These guys know what they do. We work with them all the time, and some other companies. He swings this thing right around. You see the guys on the ground over here with their guide wires pulling and guiding this home down as the crane operator sets it down. So here's your front half right here. They're getting it lined up, slowly setting this thing down, and it will take up the rest of that middle section like I showed you a minute ago, and then be flush with the front of this home. This is a Jacobsen off-frame modular home. Jacobsen is one of the builders that we use. They're a Florida builder. They've been in business down there in Safety Harbor, Florida since like 1955, something like that. I know I don't have the year right, but it's close. We also use Palm Harbor and Franklin. But right now we're working on this Jacobsen off-frame modular. Mr. Crane Operator right there, doing his thing, lowering this thing down. You have a come along that's hooked on here, how they're going to help tighten this thing up as it comes down. We're getting the front part down, making sure it's lined up properly, all down the front, flush with the front. See, it's kind of cockeyed on the back. So what we do on the front half, we're going to make sure that this is flush with that sill plate on the front. And then they have a come along back here. And this thing is slowly going to come down. You see the gap up top. So they'll come along, this will come right down and fit right together like a puzzle. We do this all the time. All right, I'll be back with the rest of this. Florida Modular. He's the leader of this crew. This is his business. We got Mr. Crane Operator here. Crane and Rigging out of Jacksonville. So they're giving signals. They're lowering this home down. Here's the come along right here like I just showed you a minute ago. So they just set this down. It's tight as it can be. These guys, they've been doing this for many, many, many years. We only use the best professionals. This thing is set down on this foundation. They're going to make some minor adjustments here with the come along and all. So here you see we got this foam back insulated siding. They leave a couple rows off because once we get this on here and get it all lined up, we're gonna nail these straps here to the home. We're gonna nail these hurricane straps here to the side of the home. We have to leave that off for the inspectors have to see that. And we'll get a what they call a tie-down inspection, and then we'll cover all that up so you don't see these straps. So right now, this home is set. It's tight. It's looking good. I'm gonna go around the other side and show you something in a minute. Fernandina Beach. So we just got through setting the front half. They're getting the cables out from underneath the home. And I told you what we do here. We got the remote control machine hooked to the frame. We're gonna back this thing out. And the crane's gonna stack these frames on top of each other, and we're gonna take them out of here. So those are used one time. They're not used again here with Jacobsen. They build these just to transport each section of the home to the site. We lift the home off of this carrier, I call it a carrier, and then we stack them on top of each other and we haul them out of here. They'll never be used again at Jacobsen. They use new frames on each and every home. So the guys are on the ground over here disconnecting the cable. They'll be pulling them out from underneath the floor joist, so the crane's doing that while we're, see now we've got this frame right here. I showed you the one in the street. We're gonna go get that and pull it up. Crane guy's gonna grab that and stack them on top of each other. We'll hook up and take this thing out of here. Check out this remote control machine we use at every job site. From my man Toasty right here. That's what they call him. From SNHR Home Movers, Steve Weeks. They're out of Green Coast Springs. They do setups and spotting for us, as does Mr. Jim Johnson there with his dog. Jim's the head of the crew. So look, they're gonna hook that up to this other frame and pull it around here. All right, see the crane there, still got some cables that are up into the floor joist of the home. They're working on that right now. They're fixing to pull those out. So more to come. This is Charlie right here, one of the big guys. Crew foreman right there. Yes, sir, Mr. Charlie. All right, and here comes the other part of the frame. So just like that, within 30 minutes, there was no home here, and now we have a modular home on a foundation. Now we're just starting. We still got to lag this home together, strap this home in, dry it in. There's about 60 days worth of work now left at this site to do all the finish work and connections. And we're going to be telling that story. All right, this is Trey from Florida Modular Homes in St. Augustine, Florida. 904-429-9985, or Florida Modular Homes in Middleburg, Florida, 904-589-9585. Give us a call. Let us help you out and let us show you why a modular home is going to be better for you. We're going to be $90 to $140 a square foot. Builders are going to be $160 to $200 all day long for new construction. You're going to get more bang for your buck. Hey, you look at this right here. They're showing the cable. See how the cable is getting pulled back through the floor joist, kind of like a snake. They're pulling that right in there. See the cable going in? Mr. Crane Man's pulling that out. It goes right back through the pre-built holes, and it'll come right out the top of that crane. Mr. Professional Crane Operator doing his thing. All right, more to come.